Welcome back to Loving Honestly. Today I'm talking about something I absolutely love, and that's cultivating a healthy romantic relationship. It's easier said than done because every relationship starts out on the same footing. We all have the same advantage. We are in love. We want the best for the other person. You don't want anything to hurt them, and you think you're going to be together forever. And that is the hope. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But what can we do? So today I'm going to give you 5 tips that I feel are important to help you build the healthy romantic relationship. My name is Jisine Chiromo, and Loving Honestly is a place for every woman to reclaim your love story in the way that feels right for you. So today, as I speak about these 5 tips, I'm going to be reading a bit from my flashcards here, but I want to be able to just put it across to you in a way that is simple, that makes sense. Because to be fair, healthy romantic relationships are built after the honeymoon. I always mention that in almost all my videos. I talk about the period of infatuation. The first year or the first 2 years are awesome. Nothing can touch you. You really, even when you actually see a fault of your partner, you genuinely just brush it aside because you're going through so many other wonderful emotions. But when they start to wane, the reality is you need to do number one, sacrifice. You need to sacrifice time to put in the work to build trust within each other. You need to sacrifice time to see where you may want to start competing, because once you start to wane within that I'm in love phase, a lot of us tend to start competing with our partner. You want to see who is better at their career, who is better at simple things. I am a better daughter, I am a better son, and I will be better at doing such and such. And you don't realize you're actually building a separate wall when you start to compete. Instead of saying, let's put our heads together and work together towards the relationship we want. Because unity of purpose is so important. You need to be able to see past each other's feelings and say, I will do for you. I will put in the time to do for you. I will also do for myself, but I want to do more for you so that you can see that I am in this for the long haul. I want to understand your likes and your dislikes. And understanding that means I may have to sacrifice in the things that I dislike about you as I get to know you better. You know, it's very easy to be waylaid when you start to see things that you actually genuinely don't like about this person, and we all do. No matter how long you've been married or been together in your relationship, there's always going to be things you don't like about this person. And maybe they're small things like they're messy or they are tardy, they come in late, simple things like that. But at the end of the day, you want to understand and say, okay, fine, I can overlook a certain number of things, and the other things we can work through together. I am going to be there for you. Through the hard times, I am going to work with you and I am going to love you. And even if I'm still getting to know your family, I'm going to sacrifice when one of your family members is sick and you need me to be there. I am going to put in the time. I am going to visit. I am going to be able to support you. I'm going to learn and better myself, because you know what? You are always looking at the other person as the wrong party when you yourself have not learned yourself. I am going to learn the things that you don't like about me and figure out why. Is it really that important to you, or is it me who's just trying to hold on to something that I need to let go of? I've grown up now and I need to move forward. The relationship is above the individual. We have needs. Get me clear here. I'm not saying that your individual needs need to be set aside. There are things that you want for yourself that should always be part of the relationship. But the relationship itself, if we can sacrifice, I think this is very important. Sacrifice means the relationship is the ultimate. I am looking for us to be able to look beyond our individual fallibilities, our individual problems, our individual weaknesses, and see the quality of relationship that we want. We need to have a goal for this relationship. I want to be with you. Are you worth being with? Yes, I've chosen you. I want to be with you. I can see your commitment towards me. I can see you love me. I can see you are building a friendship with me. But now that I can see all that, we put it up here and say, this is what we're going to keep reminding ourselves of whenever we feel weak within our individual selves and whenever we feel like we want to give up. But at the end of the day, we always remind ourselves, what is our goal? To be together. And in what way? In a way where we can build a family together, where we can sacrifice to know that when I'm weak, you're strong. And that is sacrifice. Number 2 is cohesion. Cohesion is genuinely just being together, having a blended way of thinking without losing yourself. There is a way in which you can have this unity. You blend with each other and you have togetherness because you've said to yourselves, you know what, at the end of the day, our relationship will have its own vision, its own way of doing things. And that is the cohesion that we need. We are going to be able to talk to each other. Are we the couple who calls each other during the day? Yes, we are. So let's do that. What time do you come home? Do we set curfews? Are we going to have... It's important to talk about these things, people. As much as we think, now we'll figure it out and we are adults, I must be able to trust him. But without understanding where someone else sits, you might not be able to know. You need to be able to see, okay, fine. If he comes home late every other day, or with his career, his job makes him stay home, we stay away from me later. How else can we balance not having dinners together? How else can we balance he goes to work too early and we can never see each other in the morning? Is it spending time at the weekends? But you have to have cohesion in the way you do things so that one is not left behind. You move together. You have to hash things out. You have to talk about things constantly. Talking is what makes you come up with new solutions, to reframe, to relook at things and to say, now in this part of our life, we are going to do this. And it's not working because I need to start a new job. I need to move town. Are we going to move? Are we going to stay together? How are we going to do it? Because talking is the only way you can figure those things out. Figure out the why of the relationship. Are you the couple who wants to be together and be together forever? Are you the kind of couple who wants to live with each other in the same home? Because people do things differently. Some people actually live in 2 different cities, in 2 different countries, but they're married because they have decided my career is important and your career is important. But because we love our careers so much, how can we do it? At least for a year or 2, let's separate and then come back together. Cohesion. Everyone has their way of finding their cohesiveness, and then have a common goal. As I mentioned earlier, that common goal is what will keep guiding you to know that we are together. Number 3 is friendship. Oh, I love this one. Friendship is really a matter of not just, I have my girlfriends and you have your friends as well. But at the end of the day, there's a friendship about a couple when there are things that only you talk to each other about. You have your private discussions, you have your private inside jokes, and you're at ease when you're talking, you're at ease in silence, you're at ease with pain, you're at ease with excitement. But there's a friendship. You know that this one is my buddy. And friendship will take you through those times when you're not in love. I know that doesn't sound good, especially for the young ones who have just started the relationships. But the fact is, relationships and building a long-term one means you will fall in and out of love like this. There are times when you just don't have it. It doesn't mean you're not in love. You don't love each other. You love each other. But that time of heart palpitations and, flutters when you see him and you go, wow, it wanes, it goes up and down. It depends, especially during times when you've just had a baby, you're focusing on the baby, he's trying to figure things out around you. You're going through times of real strife in the relationship. Maybe someone has lost a job. It is very difficult to stay in love in those moments. But your friendship will take you through those moments because you'll be able to still laugh, talk, go through it. And then when that period is over, when you've solved that problem, you can find that time to become in love again. So that's what I mean by that. And then you want to be able to, whenever you're away, you've traveled, you've gone away for a couple of days, when you see something, you want to tell your pal, you want to call him and say, I saw something that you'd like, and just make him laugh. That's what I mean about friendship. Number 4 is intimacy. Intimacy is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing. This is the reason why you actually decided to leave your family and he left his family to be together and leave everyone else in your lives to stick together. Because intimacy, you are the only one I want to be with. You're the only one I find attractive. Yes, temptations come, and we need to also acknowledge that how do I overcome temptation and know that this is the one for me? Which is why it's very important for us to know inherently what I find attractive about you. People find different things attractive. That's something that we don't really need to get into. But at the end of the day, it's understanding that right now, I look at you, I see you deeply, I feel you deeply. I want to have that intimate time with you when it's just us. And intimacy means to you something different from for everyone else. But to know that this is the person I really want to be with. And understanding that as you grow and as you age, your body will change, his body will change, your mindset will shift, his mindset will shift. The things you like, but you learn each other. Keep communicating, keep talking, have your private time, have your intimate time, have your place where you know that this is where we are the most intimate. And keep it clean and uncluttered. Keep yourself clean and uncluttered. Keep building on the woman you want to be so that you know at any time I am the best I can be right now. And if I'm not, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 things to make sure I get there, because we do change. But one thing also about intimacy is it's all in the mind. It really is. I've learned this and I keep learning it, and I keep understanding that the mindset is what you need to be able to be in a place of intimacy and understanding of each other and loving each other and learning each other and giving each other room. Be playful with each other. It's not always going to be there, but when it is, keep encouraging that intimacy, because it will take you a long, long way. You want to be able to be intimate with each other and grow that part of your life until you're old, because your body may change, but your internal spirit and your mind will not. You can just keep shifting it and rebirthing yourself and becoming the woman you want to be. And then number 5, be a true listener. If you're like me, you like to talk. I love to talk. But I've had to learn to give him time to address certain things without my interruption. No interruption at all. Without having an answer ready, because I am that kind of girl. I had answers ready before he could finish, so I never really learned to listen to him. Learning to listen means sitting there, looking into his eyes, or away, depending on the kind of person that you are, and just absorb it. Absorb everything. Hear him, but listen. Listen to the things he's not saying, because not everyone is good at talking. Not everyone can share their internal truths. I know, especially, it's generalizing about men, but truthfully, it's very difficult for a lot of men to be able to share themselves with anyone. But when it's with you, you are the person, you are the friend, you are the intimate partner, you are the romantic one, you are the lover. Listen to what he has to say. And sometimes a simple okay is enough. After he said everything is ranted and raved, and maybe he's probably complaining about something about you, just say okay and digest it and come back later with an answer. But learn to listen. Reduce the amount of arguing and change it to debate, because the more you argue, the less you'll be able to understand. But it's good to have those times where you can put your story out there, even if you're really in an upset state and you have to go at it. But learn to debate more and understand each other. And it's like having a tennis match. Throw back and forth. Some might be really hard serves, some might be soft volleys, but learn to flow in the discussion. But listen more. And let go of what doesn't work in the way you converse with each other. If you are the loud one who then at some point you see him shutting down, find a way to tone yourself down. I'm not saying you don't have to keep your spirit and your excitement, but tone it down, darling. It will serve you well in time. You rather talk in a muted way, in a calm way, in a way that invites someone to listen to you. And there are times when your excitement and your vigor come out when you're discussing things of progress, things of what we're going to do in the next 5 years, where are we going to travel. Then show your excitement. But in disagreements, you would rather talk in a muted way so that you can get across. So I wanted to just share that, and I hope this helps. There's so many other tips, and I'll probably do another 5 tips, because I think these are just some of the most difficult ones we find to achieve. But at the end of the day, you want to create a healthy relationship. And if for some reason you've not been able to do that, or you're failing and you're struggling to come back to a place where you can say, I want to make this work, there are other methods in which you can find a place of peace. And that's one thing, loving honestly, that we do. one thing that I'm trying to embed is the idea of self-reflection. Reflect on how you show up right now is a result of the choices you've made. Your past, some of the things is just generally the way you saw things happen to you. You don't know how to change it, but it's possible. And to build self-awareness, to build your emotional intelligence around the things, you can change your life anytime. You can change the way you participate within your relationship anytime. Maybe the reciprocation of that on his part may not come, but once you start to change yourself, that's enough. That's enough of a shift. I hope you like this video. Please share any comments, anything you want to add to what I've said, you want to question. I'm so happy to discuss this a little bit further. I post every Wednesday, and you'll get notifications. Subscribe if you want to become part of this family, and we can share this relationship journey together. Thank you, and God bless you.